Well, hey, what is up? It is Freed's first time. My name is Freed, and today I'm super excited. I'm sure you've heard me talk about this channel multiple times on mine. It's Hill from What We Drinkin'. He has sent me some amazing samples, 5 different samples to be precise, from Maryland. It took 2 months to get here to China. We had lost hope. We were beginning to just say forget it and start from scratch, and then the next day it just arrived. But there is one sample within the box that he was so excited about. And if you've watched any of his channels, you can clearly see his love affair with this bottle, which I'm excited to try it. I've never tried it before. This will be my first spot ever. A lot of first times happening today. Not only is this the first time that I'm just putting down my morning coffee and picking up Cask whiskey, I am trying a spot that can, an Irish spot for the first time ever. So Hill, man, face to face, thank you so much for sending these samples to me, dude. That's just incredibly generous of you to take the time, take the money, and just thinking of me. Thanks, man. That's really cool.
No need to thank me, sir. I appreciate, the gratitude, but again, I enjoy this. I enjoy your show. We've already done a collab. Looking forward to the collab. It's my pleasure. Like I said, it's the whiskey that binds us, man. And
agreed.
Hearing your thoughts on my my second wife, my mistress. Don't tell my real wife, but yeah,
nice. Well, your secret's safe with me, man. I won't tell anybody, but I am going to post this on the internet.
Right.
All over the internet. Both of my subscribers are going to watch this. So tell me about this. I know it's a part of a line, and this Blue Spot was discontinued for a long time, wasn't it?
It was gone for 50 years. The quick background on this, you have Mitchell and Sons, which is a part of Middleton Distillery. And I guess was the early 1900s, 1800s. It kind of went by the wayside. The only one that remained was the Green Spot, which is readily available. Blue Spot was gone. Yellow Spot disappeared. Red Spot disappeared. And now fast forward to 2021. I think this is the 2021 bottle. Spot is back. Real quick background. The Mitchell and Son, they were confectioners. They started with wine. Fortified wines, your Madeira, your Malaga, which would, be your Yellow Spot. And then what they did, they bought their whiskey from Jameson, and then they had all these casks of, fortified wine casks sitting around, put the whiskey in there, aged it, and marked it with the spot. Blue Spot being, the age. This is a 7-year minimum. But what I've heard is there's some 21-year-old Madeira casks that are in here. So that's nice. What this a really special, whiskey. It says 7, but you're getting a lot higher age, a lot more complexity, some layers in there.
Nice. So 7 to 25 years, you said, roughly?
21.
21? Okay. Man, it's quite the spread. It's like the Abalor Abuna. They're like, oh yeah, we got from some 5-year-old to 25-year-old whiskey in here.
It is.
That's just an insane spread, man.
And some people, they kind of assume that maybe they weren't totally satisfied with how the 21-year kind of came out with the Madeira cask, and then they blended it with the other younger, because it's also sherry, I think. Let's make sure.
Yeah, I got bourbon, Portuguese, Madeira, and sherry barrels. That's what I wrote down.
That's what I thought a Portuguese was. Me and my brain, huh? And we're just getting started.
But the Madeira, I'm a fan of Madeira. I don't know if you've had, other...
I don't think I've had just straight up that before.
But you've had whiskeys aged in Madeira casks?
But nothing really sticks out. I didn't really create a profound memory at this point. So I have. Yeah, I have.
One of the 5 that I sent you, the Seagrass.
I haven't opened that yet. I've been wanting to wait, and I want to do it right, so I haven't opened the Seagrass yet. I've only done the Octomore.
Take your time, sir. But that's Madeira, and I think Martinique rum cask.
Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. Ooh, all right. Because that seagrass has been getting some traction online. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about it. So I'm also one of those people that I have this mental block that right when I open it, that's one step closer for it to be gone. And so if I don't open it, it'll never be gone. Because once it's open, it's difficult to control myself. I just keep everything is Moorish for me. So I'm gonna put this in a glass and let it open up a little bit.
Okay.
Cool little bottle. Dun-dun. Nice. Appreciate you taking the time, man. What time is it there? Like 9:30, 9:39?
Almost
p.m.
Yeah, we I'll stay up late just for you, man. And
man.
You know, I have fun with this, so it's
cool.
not.
Nice, me too. This is. I haven't had breakfast whiskey since probably college. This is exciting. This is gonna be great. And I have 2 glasses poured, so I need to put this one out of the way.
Breakfast whiskey, I like.
Yes. I'm sure there's a clever, like Beerios. I'm sure there's a clever name that I'm not thinking of right now, but it'll come to me. If I shout just a random word later on in the stream, that's what it is.
Yep. Don't worry. I Tourette's if anybody's.
Yes. Nice. Okay. Good. Like mines. Cool. All right. So 7 years. I'll let it sit for a minute.
Yep. We got, of course, cask strength, which I think is, going to work well for our review because we can kind of play around with it. But, a lot of the other spots, they've already had water added to them. We get to, kind of experiment a little. And
yeah, that's a lovely, I love that part. I mean, I do dig a cask strength whiskey just as it is, but I love the fact that the distillers kind of give us a little bit of respect and be like, hey man, just do what you want. Do what you want. Proof it to your preference, man. It's all good. And that took me a while to get to that place in my whiskey journey. And it's amazing how everything kind of just climbed the ladder when it comes to proof and how our flavors and tastes change. And I started off just like a peat and smoke hound, and I just couldn't get enough. And now I'm not burnt out by it per se, just kind of like, I like it, and I will drink it regularly, but it's not like my arm doesn't just automatically reach for it anymore.
I am a peat head, sir. Like I still can't get enough of it, and it took me a while to get there. But I was just in the store we were talking about earlier, and I did see an Octomore 12-2. Saw turns, casks. You'll be getting a sample. I'm going back tomorrow, but. Yeah, anything, the peatier, the better.
Nice. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to agree emphatically. I still dig it. Like, I don't want to make it sound as if that I don't care about it anymore. But it's just, I guess I gotta just realize there's more out there, but there is. I kind of just pigeonholed myself, if that makes sense. I kind of just like, I like to be a type. I like, he's a rock and roll type. Or he's a jazz music type. Oh, he's a smoky whiskey type. I'm a whiskey whore now, man. I will put anything in me.
We call that you're well-rounded.
Well-rounded, yeah. Whiskey promiscuous, I think, is what they called it on the Oswas. Which, yeah, I'm in. Did you watch the Oswas?
I have not.
No, nice. It's the online Scotch Whiskey Awards, and it's cool. It's a good way to. A lot of those I had never tried, so I'm anxious to give those a go if I can find them. Yeah. All right, so we are going to try this neat initially, and then Hill says that putting water in is going to change my life. So I'm looking forward to that because that's one of the coolest things. How water can make it much of a difference. On the nose, on the whiff. Man, you'd think it'd be punchier than it is. I mean, I'm getting a bit of ethanol, but nothing outrageous.
It's subtle.
And
I just the Madeira, the smell. I definitely get fruitiness.
Pineapple?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting some like sweet grass. Some tropical fruits like peaches and peaches aren't really tropical, are they? But yeah, I'm definitely hearing that pineapple.
I get.
Gotta forget to breathe, Matt. Breathe.
Delicious. If I'm getting delicious, that's what I'm.
Yeah, see, I'm getting delicious. Is that a note? It is. It is now.
I'm
I'm getting like a pastry type thing. I don't want to say the cliche that most people get with Irish whiskeys, which is like, oh, shortbread cookies, but it's there. I don't want to just throw it out if it's completely accurate.
And I, get like a kind of like a baking spice.
Mm.
But that's the thing with this. It it's complex.
Mm.
Sit and with it for a while and knows it and just get intimate with it.
Yeah, love it strong. I'm telling you, man. I mean, I've said this 100 times, but I'll say it 101. I can spend more time on a nose than I can a palate. I love nothing more than just digging through and dissecting a nose when I'm on my own. Doesn't really make for good YouTube content, just seeing a dude with a nose and his nose in a glass for extended periods of time.
It doesn't. And then you just like breathing, the deep breaths, and me being nose blind, I still, I do like to sit and try and see what I can get out of a nosing, but it's funny. Like usually I like songs, Pearl. I have one. I'm gonna save it until you know what your pairing will be with it. But I mean, immediately, this is just a sexy dram.
Sexy. Mm.
But I'm ready to dig in whenever you are, sir.
Yeah. All right, Hill. Cheers, man. This is to you, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers.
Gambe. Oh. I'm getting that sherry at the end. Sherry kind of comes through to me in like and it sounds a bit off-putting, but I don't mean it that way. Like a new toy, plasticky type note every once in a while.
Waxy.
Maybe.
It's weird.
Like when you smell a new toy, it kind of takes that flavor on for me.
Interesting.
That was my first sip. Let me go in for another one.
I've always
Actually, this one's really long. I'm gonna let it sit. Sorry, what?
No, I've always thought like I'm trying to describe like how does wax taste? I've never really tasted it, but like and maybe it's just the mouthfeel that I really can't describe. But from the Irish whiskey, you get that spice, but like it's a creaminess to it. And I'm like, maybe that's what wax. It's hard to describe.
Oh, you've had wax, man. I guarantee you've had. Dude, we're about the same age, and I used to plow through those little soda bottles with the juice inside. I would just stick the whole thing in my mouth and just chew it up. You had to have tried those, eh?
That is true.
Yeah. But as far as like gnawing on a candle, no, I've never been there.
Not even back in the grade school days when everybody was eating glue and all that stuff.
I never was a glue eater. Me and mine, we're always smellers. And we would just, everything that we saw, we would pick it up and smell it. And it was creepy, and people are still kind of creeped out about it because I still do it. But I just have less F's to give when it comes to how I'm perceived.
Well, it's come in handy.
Yeah, it is. I wish I had a better memory bank.
But I mean, definitely, it's creamy to me. Your Irish whiskey mouthfeel. People talk about that, like the spice. I get that from the on the palate. Baking, not a pepper spice, but I love it.
Yeah, this is delicious, dude. This is delicious. I get this. It's dry for me at the end, and I'm getting that the oak spice coming through on the end as well.
And maybe that, is the wine cask.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I get the drying from different wine cask finishes. I don't get it so much from this one, but definitely just it's layered.
Get like strawberry shortcake on the nose. It's got the fruit, it's got the cakiness, and it's got the whipped cream kind of all bunched together.
I like that. I like that description. Yeah, definitely the fruit forward in the Madeira is shining through. This is.
Yeah, I need to do some more research on Madeira and its flavor profile. I don't have a massive basis for comparison at this point.
One thing I know it's like, I think like 85% of the Madeira is the red grapes, and
Okay.
it's Portuguese fortified. I know it's stored or aged in heated warehouses.
Oh.
But
That's cool.
I think, but beyond that, I've heard that with the fortified wines, you can open those up. They're not like your typical kind of table wines. They'll last forever. Put them up, work back in, and they stay fairly fresh. You don't have to.
They're about like 19-20% ABV roughly, or are they a little higher?
19-20% is what I've, in my research, what I've found. But I've never actually had a wine. I'm not really a wine drinker, so.
I used to be, and I had some bottles of port upstairs. They're kind of just sitting there. I have no reason to open them yet.
Yeah, if I drink wine, I'm a Malbec guy.
Ah, nice.
You want to try the drops of water? Let this.
Yes. Let me have one more straight sip.
So did you get any pineapple?
I did. No, I did. Not like an overly ripe one, though. Kind of, it still has that sting. I don't know if that happens over there, but sometimes when I get pineapple here, I get it a little bit before its prime or before it's in its peak condition, and it's more acidic than anything.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I'm getting more than like an overly ripe one. Like I'm going to put more.
I actually don't mind that in my pineapple. A little bit acidic taste to it.
It depends on what you're doing with it. On a pizza. Are you a pineapple on pizza guy? Do you mind that?
I don't mind it. I don't, necessarily seek it out, but yeah. A video that drew me to the Kilcoman.
Yeah. It's an egg.
Yep, just describe that as I think it was a pineapple pizza in like a stone, like brick oven or something else.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I was like, well, get that.
Yeah, try that. Did you taste it? You got it. I remember you told me you got a bottle of it. Did you get it? Nice.
Yeah. Great. I put a lot of people onto the Sine, but I mean just Kilcoman in general. Like they actually have a Madeira cask that I saw somewhere in my travels. I'm gonna have to circle back, and give that one a try.
One of the bottles the samples that I plan on sending you, which is a China release only one, which is basically the Makir Bay, but they've also put it in like, I think it's either Madeira or Sauternes, I forget. For like 6 months. So it's going to be one of those, and you can't get it anywhere else.
I'm salivating, sir. You
Nice.
had Sauternes in Madeira.
Yeah, sweet. It's one of the. I'm pretty sure it's Sauternes.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I had the. Is there a box? It didn't come with the box. Never mind. Anyway, I'm getting more. Oh shit! I just spilled it. I'm a vigorous swirler. I'm getting more of a malty note now with the water in it.
Well,
Malty caramel, like powdered sugar.
Okay.
As well.
So for me, all this does, water always just amplifies the fruit, the peaches, pineapples, fruits. It's just
Yeah.
a medley.
Indeed. Yeah, it is like that fruit cup you get in elementary school.
Oh man.
That's nice.
I'm gonna go back
Yeah,
in.
sure. Do it. See, that's what blows my mind, and I never understand. The viscosity, it's more viscous now
Yes,
than it was before.
that's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah, what? Like, I just diluted this shit. Why is it thicker? I don't get it.
so what I've heard is the water kind of amplifies the congeners and whatever the esters that are in the glass. Doesn't make sense to me, but hey, science, it's never been my strong suit. Say so, then I'll go with it. But
Yes.
the water, the creaminess,
It's incredible. It's night and day. It's incredible, the difference. It's coating all of my tongue now. It's bonkers.
I told you, it's life changing.
That's wild, man.
Oh, amazing.
It is. That's really cool, man. With a few drops, that's just ridiculous.
I've done kind of tests with 3 or 4 of my buddies, and every one of them like the same thing. Like, they look at the glass.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Have you had anybody just completely shit their pants and you're like, okay, now put water in that? And they just they're just like, what the hell are you talking about, man? No.
Well, so I've done it. Usually I've put a lot of the people that I know, like, they're less experienced drinkers. So for them, they're like, water, yeah, what, they don't really care one way or the other. They're just like, yeah, I'll do it. But then once they're just like, what are you doing to?
Yeah. Yes.
One fine dram.
Indubitably. That's amazing, man. You're running low, though. You're running a low too, man. How much? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how much does a bottle of that run? I mean, I looked on Master of Malt, and then I looked on like what's the major liquor store chain, Total Wine, and it's ranging from like 100, like from 85 to 125 bucks, roughly.
So here in the States, if MSRP is supposed to be like $99, you won't see it on the shelves for $99.
They mark it up.
Yeah, it'll be $250 and up to $90.
Jesus, that's insane. Pardon the blasphemy, but that's
it's the man. It's the 50 years. Once they, everybody's like, oh, this has been going for 50 years. Liquor stores, they seize upon that, and they're like, all right, well, if it's been gone for so long, who knows how long it'll be around, and they mark it up. But the first bottle that I got of this was from the UK. I paid a little bit extra for that one. I think I bought it like on an auction site. It was like $159, and then I had to pay to get it shipped here. But I thought the same. All right, well, it's been gone for 50 years. Who knows how long it's going to be around? I need to try this. And of course, we're
worth it.
Creators, so I wanted to have it for a review like this. But since then, I've been able to kind of search. I found a couple bottles, one for $119, another for $129. So I mean, it'll vary, but you have to really search high and low to find it for a decent price. I wouldn't pay, even though it's great, and if I had to rate this, it would be 9 out of 10 for me, easy. But nothing's worth more than 120, 125 bucks to me. Actually. Yeah. Whiskeys or anything that I would recommend for more than that, even if it's a special occasion. Well, the Soloist is we've talked about that one too.
Yeah, don't get me started. I'll slide off this chair.
Yeah, we don't want. We're gonna stay focused on the Blue Spot, but this one is a really good bottle. It's complex. It's one of those you try, and I have a couple of these. That's why this one is getting low. But I've shared this. I've had fun with it. We're doing this review now. I'm hoping that like I said, you will enjoy this. You've enjoyed it, and I was curious to see your thoughts, your opinion on this, and that's it's 4. But
Yeah, well, it definitely lived up to the hype. I tend to just hype things up in my mind so much that when I actually get to doing whatever it is that I've hyped up, that I'm disappointed. And this one has not. It's just one of those very few moments that it delivered exactly what you said it would. And I've been looking online. I've been looking on the basic online shopping, because I can't obviously just pop out and go to a shop. And obviously with this bottle, neither can you. So it's that sought after and rare. And I'm not even seeing it on my online shopping app thing that the 99.9% of the Chinese public shop on. And I'm not seeing it anywhere. Maybe I'm just typing it in wrong. But I'm curious to see as to what it would be over here.
Yeah,
But I'm not even finding it. So I mean, I can get some of the other ones. I can, like the yellow and the green, I think are available. And the green is 10 years. The yellow is 12 years, right?
Yellow is, yeah. You definitely would. So the green is great too. And like that one should be readily available most places. It's not as complex. The yellow is finished in Malaga casks, I think. I definitely recommend that. If you, of course, not pay an arm and a leg for it, but I think you would enjoy that as well. But with Blue Spot, they say it's back. They had the 2022 release this year, and it of course was also hard to find. I didn't see any on the shelves this year, 2022. Again, this is 2021 that we have. So, hopefully it starts to become more readily available.
Are they just putting it on their core range from now on, or is this kind of? Oh, right on. Very cool.
Yearly, but I mean, we know that it's not going to be as, I guess, many barrels each year, or maybe eventually they're ramping it up. But when you have 21 year included in there,
right?
Less of it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so many different distilleries are kind of just not really foregoing their age-stated whiskey. They're just kind of diving deeper into the NAS type of stuff because they just can't keep the age-stated stuff on the shelves. The demand is too high. Even with the price increases, the demand's just way too high. I do have a question, though, about this. Would you, if for some reason they decided, okay, we're going to put the Blue Spot we're continuing to put the Blue Spot onto our core range, but we're only going to have it at like 48. 46. Do you think it would still hold up?
I do.
Yeah.
We both do. I think I prefer having it at cask strength just because we can play around with it and make it what we want it to be. But I definitely do think if the ABV was a little bit lower, it would still work for the majority of whiskey drinkers out there.
You had to price it accordingly. I mean, I wouldn't pay $120 for a 46% Blue Spot.
But that's maximum pain. For me, I definitely, like I said, there's not too many whiskeys, even at $125, that are truly worth it. You pay it because you're like, all right, well, I like to try this, and folks say that this is good, but your Pappies and stuff like that. Had Pappy, but
you say you have or you haven't?
No, I haven't, but
okay. Neither have I.
$99 and stuff like that. I'm like, there's no way that anything's worth that much money. I don't care how long it's been aged. It just is what it is. But that's a rant for some other time.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that some other time. Right. Speaking of doing it some other time, Hill and I were talking earlier about doing this type of thing once a month. So this is the wave of the future. I'm looking forward to that, man. It's going to be awesome.
Trying to get my Scotch whiskey game back on point and watching your shows, seeing all the bottles of Scotch whiskey in the background. I'm like, hey, we should, and I mean, watching some of your reviews, I'm like, man, I got to try some of that stuff. And it would be cool to kind of do a review every now and then,
for sure.
Really compare, see what I, think of it, see what you think of it. But one thing, definitely before we go, I have to get your.
Oh no! Oh no! It froze. Oh no! Hill! He'll come back to the light. Carol Ann. Carol Ann. Oh, shit. What happened? Whoa. Okay. We got him back. We got him back. Minor technical difficulties.
Yes. But really quick, before we go, I don't know if we're getting ready to cut things off or not. We're having fun. I'm having fun. Just sitting here, you know, going over the different tasting and nosing notes that we have with this Blue Spot. But as many folks know, on Freed's first time, he's very big into music and whiskey pairings. I'm also, I concur with that, and I think music pairs exceptionally well with whiskey and vice versa. So I have to get your thoughts on what you would listen to when you're sipping on the Blue Spot Irish whiskey.
Putting me on the spot. Like, I mean, we talked about this before about how I normally do find a song to choose, and it usually, like I said before, the music, the whiskey kind of picks it for me. Like, I'll put on just a randomizer, and so many things just come forward, and I think, yeah, this works, or no, this doesn't. But then, and I'm also a bit of a perfectionist in that way. I need a lightning bolt to just zap right through me and think, okay, yeah, this is meant to be together. And but put me on the spot. I think I got something with all of this. And the song I chose, it's got a just insanely cool guitar riff, so it gets you hooked. And it's also got a really melodic, right after the insanely good guitar riff. I think it's an early '90s song, because in the music video, the lead singer was wearing a body glove water suit. Does that ring any bells? And
it does.
The song is "Cult of Personality" by Living Colour.
With the covers sound. Yes.
And so it's a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm in. And then it's just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it just kind of goes up and it goes down and it flows, and it's just, woo. And that guy's voice matched with all of those guitar crescendos and valleys are just...
Living Colour is the name of... I've actually paired that whiskey. The whiskey is eluding me, but yep, I've actually sat with that song before and used it before. Like, that's a classic song.
It's a great song.
But,
I haven't watched that episode. You paired that before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, dude! I swear on my life, I have not. That's an episode I must have missed. I apologize.
It was one of our quick. We did like quick picks. 3 or 4 episodes of like quick picks, and I was like, yeah, what's personality? Perfect. But that is Corey Glover. He's the lead, I think, singer on Living Colour. I
remember I had the tape, in the I'm dating myself, and the tape was red. It was red plastic.
Yep.
It was, I was like, oh, that's new. Okay, all right. But no, man, that song, I still have it. I still have it on my regular everyday playlist, and it gets me every time. I love that song, and it works. I think it pairs pretty well with this one.
I was just listening to it the other day because one of our local sports talk radio stations uses that song on their intro, outro, so I kind of hear it regularly.
Oh, nice. All right.
And perfect. So for me, real quick, one is just a kind of funny song. It's funny that you did mention the lightning bolt. So for me, said that this is a different movie, but it's like a lightning bolt hit the tip of my penis. Dude,
I was going to say that, but I'm like, oh, come on, man. Don't say that, Matt. Don't say that. No. have a little bit of class, Matt.
Yep. So, different movie.
Yeah.
Same actor.
Yeah.
The Jackie Moon, Love Me Sexy, because it's a sexy dram, and as the voice gets deeper, I just want to sit down and, make sweet love either to the bottle or to someone that's around me. It works.
Love it.
All seriousness, the other vibe that I get from this, it's 80s, early 90s, is so I hear the Police, and I hear but I hear it's a little black spot on the sun
today. It's King of Pain. It's King of Pain, isn't it?
King of Pain. But just Police in general, give me their greatest hits. I can kind of sit back. You know, it's kind of up tempo, but it's not. It's real. You know, you could sit. It could be a sunny day. It could be a rainy day. That's what I get from this. Like it's just a real kind of chill, but you know, a little bit up tempo. You get different. You know, it has all of that. It's layers. Yes. I get that, please, and that's the vibe that I get for this.
I like it. I've actually been rocking to "Fortress Around Your Heart" by the Police. That song was fantastic, dude. It's fantastic. So good. Cheers to that, man. To the Police. I've been watching like certain YouTube videos, and they say that the Police are like low key, not low key talented. Obviously, that's an oxymoron. But you hear their music, and you think like, oh, that doesn't sound too overly complicated musically. And there's like these insanely good guitar players trying to play the shit that Sting is playing, and they're like, I can't do it. This is too hard. Like, he is really talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, no, that's a good pairing, man. I like it.
Thank you, sir.
I will put all the links down in the description. Obviously, there'll be a link to What We Drinkin', Hill's channel as well. And nice. How do you think? Do you think those music pairings were accurate or not? What are your thoughts on the blue spot or any spot in general? Which one would you, after trying the blue spot, which one would you steer me towards if you were, you know, going to suggest something? Because I was a spot virgin until just now. And yeah, and Hill, man, thank you so much for coming on, dude, and thank you for the deliveries and the whiskeys. And this is the way of the future, folks. Hopefully, we can do this once a month and make it a good old time.
This episode, and you know, me and Freed's first time. We'll be back again for another collaboration. You know, hopeful, and it'll be Scotch next time. We're trying to get Scotch.
Do it. Nice. All right, man. Well, until next time, take it easy, and we'll see you around.